Good morning. It is June the 22nd, 2017. Time to kick off another trading day with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, we awaken to another day with very, very little news overnight. The overnight slate is empty, a big zero. We had Asia, all three markets off 0.5%. Europe, all three markets off 0.80%. And the E-mini was pretty much sideways. So pretty quiet overnight. The selling in Europe was blamed on crude oil. The selling in the last couple of days in our markets have been blamed on crude oil. There is some talk in the financial press that maybe the selling has come too far, too fast in crude oil, and maybe it is oversold right now. So there's the talk of the groundwork is being laid for at least a relief rally in crude oil. And if crude oil does trade up today, it'll probably take the E-mini with it. So we'll have to watch our trading in treasuries today with an eye on crude and the E-mini. Put all that together when we come and we look at this market right here. Now, early in the morning and late at night, we're looking at the dailies. When I say trading range, intraday, after the market has made its move, I say we are transitioning to a trading range, and we're looking at 1 to 5 minute information on that. So that's a bit different. So when I come in and just take a look at this chart here, I look and say, trading range. It's pretty hard not to come to that conclusion. We've got a node of volume down here. We've got a node of volume right here, most recent in the market's memory. You can see that there is no volume between those two. Well, definitely between here. No volume from here to there. So this is where the market needs volume. And this is where the market is building volume. Can everybody see that? And if this is a new concept for you, print this chart and label it where the market needs volume. The market needs volume where? So the market needs volume between 24 and 12. And where's the overhead resistance at 24? So where's our trading target down here? Maybe 12. So first sell is 23.27. 31 to 03, sell 2. On the buy side, 13 to 17. And 5 to 9. If you can't see that, we'll talk about it later. But I have to know that you can't see that. Jobless claims 240. No one pays attention to it. FHFA housing price index up 0.5%. Very few people pay attention to that. LAI plus 0.3. It may be starting to come back more into play because interest rates are starting to move up. Interest rates are still very low. We haven't looked at it since March of 2009 because interest rates are a big part of LAI. Natural gas plus 55 BCF. And then KC Fed previously 8. I'd like to look at this and say what the news focus is, but I don't think we have the market's focus anywhere in this. Powell speaks at 10 o'clock. He may be the catalyst that sparks the market. Fed governors can do that. Direction of the E-mini is probably the overriding factor that we'll deal with today. And it looks like it might trade a bit lower but not break. Looking at the ZB. Saying the E-mini might rally a little bit. I see a trading range scenario here. Resistance starts at 20. We have this last rotate up here, so we'll make number 1 16 to 20, sell 1 23 to 27. Don't think we can go a lot higher today. If we do go a lot higher, we've got a lot of selling in the E-mini. On the buy side, 4 to 8 is number 1. Right where we were yesterday, 29 still 1, buy 1. 17 to 21, buy 2. Gold was up a little bit, or it was when I looked at it hour plus ago. Okay, we had 54, 56 as a sell last night. If we got through 50, that was our number 2 zone. We love our number 2 zones. So 54, 56, sell 1. 59, 61, sell 2. Now, big picture stuff, when I look at this, market is trending lower. Top of the bracket right now, it's like 58 to 60. Bottom of the bracket, 42, 43. And you need to start, this is what I call strategic thinking or global thinking. You're opening yourself up. You're not myopic. And this is where you start to think in terms of context. And what would it take to change this current structure? What would it take to turn gold around? What piece of news? Well, Powell coming out and saying the Fed's not going to raise interest rates anymore would turn the market on its head. That would require a big readjustment. So this is where we have to take our thinking. Okay, 51 to 49, buy 1. Let them get stops. Then 45, 47, buy 2. Easiest trade to see is selling 58s, 59s. Notice how markets are really in a pretty tight trading range, yet we're able to make our business plan just by working the market's edges. Seller at 12.25. We had a 25 to 35 sell last night. We caught that pretty well for our folks in London. Ireland, points farther east. And for the crazies on our west coast that stay up till midnight, there used to be an old saying out there are no day traders in Hawaii. And when you look at the clock, you'll understand why. Easier to trade the Asian markets from Hawaii than it would be the markets at points farther east. Okay, we'll make 112 on the buy 1. And then 1175, buy 2. So when we look at this market globally, what do we see? Trading range. Start thinking that way. Crude oil. Okay, articles out there, perhaps crude oil's oversold. You know, the economics of drilling $40 a barrel is where everything works, including tight structures like shale oil production. So we may be looking for a bottom down here, so I'm not afraid to buy it. So 42.50, 42 and a quarter, buy one. And last night we had, I can't be right, 42, 42.25. We picked up this area here and it didn't quite get to us. Okay, on the sell side, 43, 43 and a quarter allows us to retest this area here. Looking at this market, trending lower. 43.50, 43.75, sell 2. And we'll make 41.75, 42, buy 2. I think the first trade of the day is a sell. And if we can't take out the Globex low, we can trade from the long side. But we are starting to see articles. The articles up through yesterday morning were all doom and gloom. Now, perhaps it's oversold. E-mini. To maintain some perspective, 24.15 give or take, 24.45. We're in a trading range last, so 15 to 50 is 35 points. 20 points off of 50 takes us to 30. 17.5 point takes us to 32.50. We're right in the middle of the trading range, and that usually does not offer much advantage. So, again, big picture stuff. A buyer below 22 and a seller, I believe, above off the other chart. We'll make it 46. And we're just kind of right in here. I've got a B. I've got a B right here, so looking to sell at one time. 34.36, sell one. 39.41, we still like to sell at 39 to 41 very much. On the buy side, I think we'll go a little bit lower, 25.27 buy one. I don't think we break today. PAL's probably the biggest factor for the E-mini. Today's news, jobless claims 240. Again, I don't think anybody, FHFA plus 0.5%, that probably will be met. LEI plus 0.3. LEI, interest rates get bumped a couple more times, probably will become a factor. Nat gas 55B plus. And KC Fed, don't know. Previously 8. So Powell speaks at 10 a.m. And I think we trade technically, and that tends to give us a trading range. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up, posted, published. I'll get busy on that. Back with you as soon as possible. Pat will have stats for us in 14, maybe about 16 minutes. Put those in the room. We'll take another quick look at the markets then. Back in a few.